Hello and welcome to the Devil Cyborg Podcast, episode 19, where I have an awful sleep schedule right now, so I really shouldn't be recording this. I should just be napping. Today is a very special episode of the Devil Cyborg Podcast, as not only is it just past WrestleMania Weekend, and this is the WrestleMania special of the Devil Cyborg Podcast, I have a record-breaking 2 guests today on the podcast.
Hey!
That was a very good entrance. We have a returning guest in TagmanBeesley.
Oh, hoi hoi.
And we have a newcomer to the land of wrestling podcasts, Sami.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, 2 guests, a trio on the podcast scene. I haven't done this before, so this could go like an utter wreck, I feel. Then again, life is a wreck normally, so... Let's...
Oh, wow. Great start.
So, so did you both enjoy the WrestleMania weekend?
Oh,
Yeah.
Was there any shows outside of WWE that you kind of enjoyed or watched?
No, I didn't pay attention to the outside world.
What do you mean there's other promotions than WWE?
What do you mean? No, I just didn't get around to watching
Like the
any.
indie shows and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I got around to see a lot of like the pictures and stuff off Twitter. It looked like some really good stuff was going on. There's one that I did watch, which I know is kind of WWE, but it's kind of not at the same time. It was one of the I watched on YouTube. It was highlights of the match at Access between Cassius Ohno and Keith Lee.
Oh yeah.
Which was brilliant. Then again, with those two, you don't expect anything less.
No.
And then obviously, I've seen snippets of the Kenny and Cody fight.
That's the only match I was looking forward to.
Yeah, because
I want to see what's happening with that. So.
the Being the Elite episode 100 came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finale, it was called. Oh,
Sad face.
They'll do more.
I do hope so.
I quite. It's like one of my main. It's weird, but it's probably one of my main ways I digest indie wrestling. Through them.
It's a really good storytelling method.
I'm really committed to the storytelling in it.
Yeah. I think I only watched one show outside of the WWE shows. It was an odd one. I watched Matt Riddle's Bloodsport.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go on. I thought it was gonna be like Joey Janela's like Spring Break.
I wish I did. Oh, Joey Janela's Spring Break. Oh, thumbs up.
Was that the one with James Ellsworth on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, basically, Bloodsport was this show where you could only win by knockout or submission. There were no ropes. It was very, very odd.
Wait, no ropes?
No ropes, because no rope breaks, so... No leverage, it's just knockout submissions.
Wow.
There was a really good match between, I'm trying to remember it now, it was Walter in the match, and I'm trying to remember his opponent now, but I can't remember.
Oh, Big Daddy Walter.
Big Van Walter, yeah. He won, of course, Walter did. And the main event, I can't remember either. I'm just very, very bad. Oh no, it was Matt Riddle versus Minoru Suzuki.
Ooh.
It was supposed to be Matt Riddle versus Loki, but Loki couldn't come, so they just got Minoru Suzuki instead.
Well, to be fair, I think Suzuki's a bit better than Loki, anyway.
Pretty much, yeah. But nevertheless, it was WrestleMania Weekend, WrestleMania the home, the grandest stage of WWE, I guess. So, I guess we should start with what happened on Friday and talk about some of the Hall of Fame ceremony, I guess. Me and Tag watched this. I think Sami didn't.
No, all I saw was the red carpet stuff and snippet.
Oh yeah, I saw the red carpet. That was fun.
Can we just say I love how Alexa always brings a mom to Hall of Fame?
She could bring Buddy Murphy, and it's like, nah.
Just brings a mom instead. I love it. It's great. They're like sisters.
But yeah, it was really good. I watched the inductions of the Dudley Boys, Jarvis J.J. Robertson, Hillbilly Jim, and Ivory. I think I also watched the Jeff Jarrett one. Didn't watch the Goldberg one.
I didn't either, to be honest. But I did, but
I think no one in the arena did either.
There are other inductions which were better, I think, from actually watching it. I really enjoyed the Dudley's one. The Dudley's one was hilarious.
It was a lot of jokes, and someone went through a table, which everyone has to pop for. We also
I love the fact that they paid tribute to the TLC matches.
Yes,
so
they brought up the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian on stage.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really good.
That was nice.
And they were saying, well, when they did the speech, they were like, this is probably the first time that all 6 of us have been in a room since, those matches happened.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about that.
I know, obviously,
that was really good.
do I call him Bully Ray or Bully Ray? Well,
either.
He brought Velvet Sky with him to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
saw that.
She
didn't wear a very spectacular dress, which was one of those short dresses, but that's her,
I liked Jarius JJ Robertson just for saying he has more of a chance of getting a WrestleMania match than John Cena.
I love Jarius.
Legend.
He's so funny. I love his. Do you remember when they were doing stuff when they announced that WrestleMania is going to be in New Orleans for this year when they were doing the release and stuff last year?
Yeah.
They got him to interview loads of superstars, and
yes,
if you've ever watched that, it's so funny. Especially
it is like The Miz.
Yeah, his least favorite wrestler.
Who's your favorite superstar? Roman Reigns. Who's your
Where
second
am I?
superstar?
You're the worst.
John Cena. Who's your third favorite? Zack Ryder. And he just keeps going through, and he's just like, Miz, I got to tell you, mate, you're at the bottom of my list. And I thought it was brilliant.
I think the sing-song with Jeff Jarrett at the end was quite a fun moment, and Jeff Jarrett cried for his induction, which was quite...
Do you know who else cried in their speech and was probably my favourite speech of the night?
Was it Mark Henry?
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry's great. He really is.
I mean, he has practice retiring, doesn't he?
I think Mark Henry just comes across as one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, whether it's in wrestling or whether it's not.
I got a lot left in the tank.
Oh, his son came to the Hall of Fame in a salmon jacket.
Oh, beautiful.
And the tie as well. I think it was the same tie.
Oh, wow.
It was brilliant. He's he already thinks he's a WWE superstar. Look at him. And his son just stood up and pointing at his dad and this. Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, at this point, any kid could be a WWE superstar, but more on that later.
Oh,
that's excellent foreshadowing. I'll just note that. That is excellent foreshadowing.
Yeah.
That was excellent foreshadowing.
Let's head into Saturday's top show, which went side by side with Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. But who cares about that stuff when we've got a ladder match, a 6-man ladder match for the inaugural NXT North American Championship. Adam Cole beating out the likes of EC3, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream. What were your thoughts on it?
Decent match.
Decent. Go.
I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I've watched it about 4 times.
I know at first.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. At first, I had EC3 down to win, and I thought, no, they'll probably go with Adam Cole.
They went with Adam Cole, yeah.
Adam Cole.
I thought they'd go Adam Cole because I could just imagine Undisputed Era walking around with all
every title.
Obviously apart from the NXT Championship.
Adam 2 belts.
Yeah.
First ever double champion.
Yeah, fucking hell. You had Ricochet was really amazing in that match.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised they let him be as flippy as he is.
Oh yeah,
I guess it's because he has to. He's the one and only.
Yeah, so he has to he's the only one and only who can do these moves, I guess.
That springboard shooting star, which looked terrifying.
Fuck off, Sin Cara. We've got a new flippy shit guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people are better than Sin Cara.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, Sin Cara did have a good spot in the WrestleMania 32 ladder match.
Example, Neville rather than Sin Cara.
Oh, true. Ricochet's new Neville.
Yeah.
They were both in Dragon Gate.
I would say new Kalisto, but Kalisto's there currently, so he's not exactly a new player.
I mean, it'd be nice if they brought Neville back, but
I really like.
Neville's just fucked off.
Yeah, Neville's just fucked off. Where is he now?
Let him go to Japan. Let his contract die out. Let him go to Japan and just let him fight Will Ospreay for the next 3 years.
Oh my god, yes, please.
I really like the performance of the Velveteen Dream in the ladder match.
Yeah.
He's verging on sympathetic babyface, but he's still a heel, and I think that's a good spot to be in because I think he's more tweener at this point, or he's playing along with the whole moral system of New Japan.
Yeah, I do like the Velveteen Dream.
Mm.
Ever since his stuff with Aleister Black, it's just kind of like switched into another gear with Dream. I always thought his character was kind of interesting, but I never really got that invested with him and stuff with Aleister Black.
I think he was just kind of another. It was like
as soon as that came on, it was like, wow, he's going to be a star.
I think when he first came out as Velveteen Dream, everyone's kind of like, okay, so this is just one of those NXT like character decisions and all that stuff. And then when he feuded with Aleister, that was when they actually put a spotlight on the character and he worked it well. So yeah, ever since then, Velveteen's been an absolute delight. Quick question: Adam Cole winning the ladder match, good decision or not?
Good,
but WWE has this weird sort of being the first-time champions, I guess, of like people who win the inaugural belt. Look at Finn Balor winning the Universal Championship, injured himself, and then like dropped off the face of the earth.
So you think Adam Cole's just going to drop off the face of the earth?
I hope that doesn't happen because I really like Adam Cole and I think he's a great.
I mean, I believe they're pushing Adam Cole towards being like the HBK, the new HBK. So
yeah, I can see that. You know, I think they're quite big on him, and it's no surprise because he is a fantastic wrestler. So
thankfully, NXT is Triple H's baby. So
yeah,
you know, I ain't got to worry about it for a bit.
No. Okay, next up. Sorry. Next up, Shayna Baszler defeating Ember Moon by technical submission to win the NXT Women's Championship. First off, good decision or not?
I had Ember down to win at first because I didn't want her to move up so soon.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I think should have stayed in NXT a bit longer instead of being.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Ember would have stayed until at least the summer because obviously last year Bobby went up after SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's because
take over Brooklyn 3. I feel like Ember would have done that been in that same slot.
But when did Bobby win
already had Shayna and Ember, but I feel like they had at least another match in them.
But when did Bobby win the title?
Bobby won the title in the January, I think.
Yeah, so
he won the title off Nakamura
at San Antonio.
San Antonio, defended it against him in Orlando. Then Shinsuke goes up. And then he drops the title to Drew at Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's basically the whole thing about.
He went up after that. So
Ember had 2 defenses of it, and I think she had been developed enough. I think it was a good decision, and it's made a top heel out of Shayna Baszler as well.
Yeah,
I think it was defining performance of Shayna, especially the part where she was hitting her shoulder against the post in order to relocate her shoulder.
Oh, that was terrifying.
God, yeah.
I think Shayna brought a new intensity to this match, but it also added the whole thing about she is scared. She's not just one of those brutes who like shrug off things. She can get scared in certain situations, and she can have faults. So
it makes you really believe in her, even though obviously she's quite a bad guy. But you believe in her more. I think you see a real side to her.
Did you guys enjoy the match?
Yeah,
I thought the match was quite good.
Yeah, it wasn't the best match on the card.
It wasn't the best match of the night, but it was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. All of NXT TakeOver was really good. So
yeah,
putting this as the worst match isn't saying anything at all. It was a good match.
I think it ranks up there as one of my favorite takeovers, like in general.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't think it is my favorite, but it's up there.
But going along, the Undisputed Era of Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly beating the Authors of Pain and Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong to win both the NXT Tag Team retain the NXT Tag Team Championships and win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy, the fucking tournament they weren't even in.
Yeah.
Good decision or not?
They'd be involved. I had a feeling they'd be involved in it. It would be involving Undisputed Era in some way.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I thought it would happen. I thought it's a bit weird that they've left out town. Because I thought, there's
no, it was because they were going to have the winners face the Undisputed Era at New Orleans.
But then part of me kind of thought that you can't just leave the Undisputed Era out of New Orleans, because I thought the idea was that the finals of the Dusty would be at.
Oh no! Okay, you've misinterpreted it then.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, good decision or not?
I think it's good.
It was.
especially with obviously what happened in the match with the Roderick Strong heel turn.
Yes, Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne, of course. No, not many links, so it wasn't too much of a heartbreaking turn, but helped Kyle O'Reilly pin Pete Dunne. Somehow, a one-man team can still win the tag team championships.
It makes me quite excited at the possibility of a British Strong Style reunion in NXT.
Because they teased at Access.
The Undisputed Era, and I feel like that would be really good.
I think they are teasing British Strong Style versus the Undisputed Era at the next takeover, maybe. And I think that should be pretty good.
That'll tear the house down. Because you've got three of the biggest wrestlers in the UK scene.
Yeah.
With three of the biggest, most popular wrestlers in NXT.
Yeah.
So,
I think it was a good send off for the Authors of Pain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you knew going into the Authors of Pain weren't going to win.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get pinned.
You kind of feel like
I thought they were going to get pinned as well. Just do the job when you're leaving, but the whole heel turn I think was a better ending.
Yeah.
Very clever, I think.
But next up, it was the NXT Championship match. Aleister Black defeating Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega to finally win the NXT Championship. Good decision or not?
Good decision because I like Aleister Black.
Great decision.
I like the great decision. Nice little twist. I've been a #1 fan of Aleister Black since he debuted in NXT. His look, his style, it just separates him from the rest, and I really enjoy him. It was a good match.
I love his theme song.
Oh, his theme song was amazing.
He's just killer, isn't he? You see him in the ring, and you see him with his strikes and his movement, and he's just you kind of almost feel like no one can touch him in NXT.
Yeah.
But when he goes up, when he eventually does go up, because I think it will happen in the next year, it's going to be scary how good he is compared to the other guys that will be in
It's got to be like Joe.
Oh yeah, he will be like
the guy
Joe, yeah.
Goes up, he's unstoppable. Sort of put him on Raw.
Oh, that's just got me excited for a potential match between Joe and Black.
Oh my god.
That would be
fantasy booking.
Fantasy booking right here.
Fantasy warfare.
Make it happen, Vince.
Want to see it? Leave it in the comments. Would you want to see it?
So what I also enjoyed is going further on. Andrade didn't get called up to any of the shows, and it was quite nice because on the pre-show, Drew McIntyre teased that whoever comes out of the NXT Championship match, the winner, he still wants to face Andrade when he comes back because Andrade, of course, injured him.
Yeah.
He still really hasn't had his rematch either.
Yeah, so Drew said that he's going to go after Andrade when he rehabs and gets better, and then after that, maybe he'll go after Aleister and fight for that championship.
Because I feel like Drew might go up at some point soon. So I feel like what will happen is he'll have a match with Andrade. He'll have another crack at the NXT title,
and then get called up,
and then he'll go up.
I think that's.
I feel like that's the kind of unexpected pattern.
Yeah, I think that is plausible.
I'm not saying it's going to happen within the next 2 takeovers, but it will happen. Within this period of a year, that's what will happen.
Yeah, and was this a good match?
I think it was a good match.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed the finish as well, because Zelina's still trying to help Andrade, and then she's the one that helped him win the title.
Oh, that was hilarious.
The one that cost him. I think that's when things come full circle like that, I really like it.
Yeah. And talking about people costing each other things, Johnny Gargano defeating Tommaso Ciampa by submission, or Gargano escape, if you will. Of course, Gargano reinstated NXT, the unsanctioned match. Good decision or no?
I sort of wanted him to lose so he could be called up. But I'm happy at the same time because Gargano is NXT wrestler.
I didn't want Gargano to get called up. I felt
like there's so much more he could do.
I think there's still some matches of Ciampa versus Gargano you can get, because they've only had one match against each other if you don't include the Cruiserweight Classic match. and because they're now both in NXT again.
I feel like they could complete a trilogy.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like if he got called up now,
belts, whether it's the North American or it's the NXT title, I feel like if he got over a belt just to raise the stakes even higher.
If he got called up now, I feel like he'd have the Ty Dillinger treatment.
Oh, you could,
like,
yeah.
There.
It's kind of like babyface Johnny wrestling. He's got a chant. He's babyface. Just put him in the mid card. That's basically
and then make him get lost like in the mid of a mid card. Like, can't do that to Johnny.
Yeah, it was a really brutal match. Power bomb to the concrete. Submission with a knee brace. Crutch shots. You know.
A lot of crutch shots.
But I liked the moment in the match where Sami, not Sami, sorry, Gargano, just was about to hit him with a crutch, but then he stopped, and it was an exact kind of replica of what happened in the Cruiserweight Classic between Ciampa and Gargano, but the roles reversed. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that was a really good moment. And did you like the match?
When you have like callbacks to different things as well, that kind of helps with the storytelling of it as well.
Storytelling is an incredible medium in wrestling. So, and did you enjoy it, Tag?
I loved it. I don't think it was for me. I don't think it was as good as the Almas match.
Oh no, I enjoyed the Almas match a lot more.
But this was still incredible.
Definitely,
like, in its own sort of thing. This was an incredible match, but I did prefer Almas and Gargano.
Yeah, I totally agree as well. But all of that NXT Takeover, it's the best takeover I've watched. I haven't watched all of them, of course, 'cause I'm 2016 recruit of wrestling. Was it your best takeover, Tag, or have you seen better?
It was a very strong takeover. I don't think it was my favourite. I feel like my favourite takeover that I've watched, I feel like my favourite takeover was either Brooklyn 3 or War Games.
Ah, okay.
War Games for me was just unreal.
War Games was a lot of fun.
The War Games match itself, like, it was just so good. Like, bringing back an old concept from like 20 years ago, and then making it relevant in the modern day. And I could see him doing another War Games match.
Yeah,
I think it worked as well.
Maybe even do it on the main roster at some point, because it's a really cool match format. And I feel like if the situation right, you could definitely pull it off with some guys on the main roster.
What if they do a War Games match between British Strong Style and the Undisputed Era?
That would be good.
That would be really good.
That would be really good.
But now we've done with NXT Takeover. Oh, Sammy, was that the best takeover you've ever seen?
I don't know. I think a lot of the time NXT do take it out the park when they do it, and it's a lot better than probably main WWE show. So I like most of the takeovers. I don't have a particular favourite one, so.
Okay. So let's move on to WrestleMania 34, and we'll start the pre-show matches, of course, as the show does. The Andrade the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Matt Hardy won by last eliminating Baron Corbin with a bit of interference from Matt Hardy's new best friend, Bray Wyatt. Thoughts?
Brilliant.
So good decision all around for Matt Hardy to win?
Just hilarious. Because, from like predicting, I thought someone else would be in the match. They weren't in the match. So it was just a case of seeing what was going on and then looking at who he could go down to. But as soon as you see Bray turn up, you think, oh my God, Matt's winning this.
Yeah.
And then obviously it happens, and it was weird because him and Bray are stood in the ring, and they're like kind of looking at each other, and then Matt's music hits.
Yeah.
It's almost like they didn't know what was going to happen, and it was just like, oh, Matt won, great.
Yeah. I think a lot of the bells and the Battle Royal was quite awkward for most of them, but yeah. Another point as well, there were no debuts or returns in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It was just people on the roster, which I think was really good.
Yeah. I think it's good because sometimes the armbar's like, oh, let's see who returns, let's see what legend comes in, and this and that.
Because obviously we've had it in the past where people have come up from NXT to do the Battle Royals. You know, like last year, quite notably, we had Killian Dane.
Tiambin.
He was in the last 4. Obviously, WrestleMania 32, Baron Corbin debuted in the Andre and won it.
Wasn't Tatanka in one of them?
He might have been one of the first 2, but I don't remember because I don't think I've watched the first 2.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, next up, the Cruiserweight Championship match. The tournament final, the 205 Live tournament, which I will say right now is the greatest tournament of all time. Probably isn't, but I'm going to stick to that. Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali. Good decision or not?
Good.
Yeah, go on.
I didn't know who to pick to win. I wanted both of them to win because they are really good competitors. And I'm kind of glad that Cedric won, but at the same time, I also wanted Mustafa to win.
Yeah, see, with my heart, I wanted Mustafa to win. Just because he's fighting his family, his whole pride, his race and all that. I thought that was really nice and all that. But I guess Cedric had more. I deserved it. He was going to have the match at Rumble. Say no.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of had to give it to Cedric, but honestly, I don't think I'd have minded if either of them won, as long as they had a good match. And well, yeah, they had a brilliant match. They
both had 2 great entrance attires as well.
I love Mustafa's one with all the light up bits.
Yeah, that was really good.
He looked like some sort of character out of a video game. It was really.
He was like an Iron Man, he was like Iron Man Sub-Zero. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
And I think it was a good match altogether. As pre-show matches go, it was a good pre-show match.
That's probably one of the best pre-show matches I think I've seen.
Yeah.
Part of me didn't want it on the pre-show, but I'm kind of glad it did because it sort of brought a bit more relevance to the pre-show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because people are going to tune in for the Battle Royal anyway.
Yeah, just see if anything.
The Cruiserweights just before it is oh yeah, check us out. And like you were saying with your view on it being one of the best tournaments of all time, I feel like in terms of saving a division and a whole brand, it did absolutely that. I mean, I know a lot of people switched off of 205 Live from watching it before, obviously, the whole tournament kicked in. And as soon as the tournament kicked in and you see that the action's so much better, the amount of people that I've seen saying, if you've given up on 205, give it another go. It's absolutely brilliant now, and I couldn't agree more.
It is just brilliant, and unfortunately I've recently cancelled my WWE Network subscription, so I can't watch it. I can only watch the YouTube highlights, but when I get the money to buy the network again, I'm just going to be catching up on 205 Live, I think.
Yeah, definitely do it.
Next up, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale, or WOM, as I like to call it. Naomi...
the arm bar and the wham.
The wham. The wham.
The wham bar. Yeah.
Wham bar, I like that one. Naomi wins by last eliminating Bayley. Good decision or no?
I didn't think Naomi would win. I had it down for Becky.
I had Becky.
I had Bayley.
I think a lot of us want to see Becky.
You can understand with the ending. You can understand me getting all excited. She's finally got rid of Sasha. Yes, she's won it. And then you see Naomi crop up, and I'm kind of like,
is Naomi over?
Did you not get eliminated? Oh, apparently not. Okay, chuck Bayley over.
No, she went through the middle ropes.
She calls it the rear view.
I'm not gonna lie. I totally missed the fact that Naomi left the ring. I completely
left the same time as Becky did.
So it took me by complete surprise. So whether missing it is intentional or I've just been stupid.
When Bayley eliminated Sasha, I was like, that's really great for Bayley winning the Women's Battle Royal. I think that's a really good moment. Oh wait, no, Naomi just come back and eliminated her. Oh, for fuck's sake, Naomi gets something else. I'm not a fan of Naomi, honestly.
Are you not?
No.
I feel like she's obviously very athletic. She's obviously quite an athletic wrestler, but
she has no charisma.
I can't really buy into her that much, to be honest.
What's funny, Bugs Bunny? Oh.
I don't know. I've sort of grown to like Naomi more, probably because I watched Total Divas.
Ah, fair.
That sort of. I watch Total Divas. I like.
Hey, look at me! I watch Total Divas.
So do I.
Oh, fair enough.
I think I've grown to like it more because, she's a great character. She's a great person in general, like a great character, and seeing how she's developed like from being this bad girl to being, oh, I want to try something different and be like glow.
But the fact that she's gone from being one of the Funkadactyls to winning the first ever women's WrestleMania Battle Royal.
Yeah, but isn't that a bit of a downgrade?
It wasn't really the first ever women's Battle Royal.
She is also a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion.
It wasn't the first ever WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale.
Well, yeah, no, we know about that. Santina.
I mean, there was that Playboy pillow fight, but you know.
Yeah.
And the Miss WrestleMania match.
Miss WrestleMania, Santina. Oh.
I love Santina.
So we'll cut onto the main card now, so we can finally talk about match quality, because Battle Royals aren't really great for match quality.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, on the women's Battle Royale, I should note, there were debuts for Kairi Sane, Kavita Devi, Tainara Conti, Bianca Belair, Dakota Kai, Peyton Royce, and that was it, yeah. Kavita Devi, the fucking Great Khali female version. Ugh.
It's where Becky went, oi, orange is my colour.
Brilliant. Alright, kicking off.
I think before we kick off, can I just make a special mention about the women's Battle Royal to Bianca Belair and how that hair whip is absolutely vicious.
It is lovely.
The weapon?
I think she's going to be great in NXT. Once she develops the skills up enough, I think she'll be great on the main roster as well.
I mean, now that Ember and the Iconic Duo have gone up, it's time for girls to break out in that women's division and become stars, and Bianca Belair has got all the tools to do that.
I think Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai are definitely going to be coming up to that point as well.
Yeah.
So next up, kicking off the action, Seth Rollins defeating The Miz, the former Intercontinental Champion, and Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. First off, let's talk about the entrances. So Seth came out with White Walker contact eyes, and I was taken aback straight away. I was thinking, God, if the entrance is going to be like this all night, I might jizz my pants.
He stole Roman's contacts, didn't he?
Yeah,
I remember someone saying that. Then The Miz came out, had some holograms of like different things he's been described. Had the weirdest glasses on.
I love the hologram that came up and it just said "hot wife." No,
I think Carl Anderson's been a bit messing around with the
hot Asian wife.
Yeah.
But The Miz basically said to the Miztourage, "Hey, I can do this by myself. Don't worry." I think that was a classy move.
That was good.
I got standards to set.
I got kids.
Good kid.
And Finn Balor came out usual attire, but rainbows.
Hey.
But rainbows.
That's for everyone.
I remember I sent a picture of Rainbow Balor to my girlfriend, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. Mainly because she's, I think, in love with Finn Balor, but you know.
Yeah, I did like that little.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought that was quite nice.
But going on from that, a good decision to have Seth Rollins win the Intercontinental Championship?
Yes.
He's a Grand Slam now, isn't he?
Yes.
He's Grand Slam. All the Shield are Grand Slam.
Everyone in the Shield now is a Grand Slam champion.
Correct.
And yet Seth done it last after he won the. He's the first to win the
I thought Dean would do it last, but Dean did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dean did it first, and he was the last to win the championship.
I thought Seth would have done it first.
I think it was the kind of thing about how Seth hadn't really had a shot with the Intercontinental. He wasn't really in storyline sense to go after the Intercontinental Championship. But either way, all good, all round.
Plus, I feel like Seth's not had the best, last 4 months. He's had a lot of bad luck with.
I do think it's going to kick off for him now.
Jason Jordan becoming his tag team partner, and then Jason Jordan getting
losing his other tag team partner.
Exactly.
Where is Jason Jordan anyway?
Still injured.
Still recovering.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so I'm glad that after that, and obviously he was brilliant in the Rumble, he was brilliant in the Chamber. And
he was good in the Gauntlet match as well.
He was very good in the Gauntlet match. So I feel like all of that hard work he's put in, despite all of the setbacks, it's a fair reward for him to have that Intercontinental title and have that moment where he's Grand Slam Rollins.
Yeah.
He's got the ring
I
to it.
was generally really happy. I saw that match live and I was really, really happy.
All right. Do you guys think that was a good match?
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of the best. It's one of the best openers I think I've seen.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, WrestleMania 32 had a great opener. WrestleMania 33. I think openers are normally just really good.
They know how to do a hot opener. They really know how to do a hot opener for Mania. Get the crowd excited. These were the guys that were going to deliver a hot opener. So
well, yeah. But anyway, Sammy, did you have anything else to say?
I liked how you had Seth and Finn doing their whole more athletic, and then you had the Miz finding his own ways to get around things, like using his brains.
I think it was nice not to see any Miz-Taraj interruption as well.
Yeah.
It just added to the match. But next up, the streak is over, guys. Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka by submission to retain her SmackDown Women's Championship.
I think everyone was shocked.
I was shocked.
Everyone was. My mouth was just open. I was just like, what?
I feel like if anyone was going to do it, it would have been Charlotte, but I didn't think it would come this soon.
There was a few people that I spoke to that weren't happy about the decision. Obviously,
I'm slightly indifferent to it. I was hoping Asuka would win some sort. Like my honest prediction was that it was going to be a draw between the two, and then Carmella cashes in. But you know,
because then you keep the streak alive, and then Carmella gets the Mania.
Yeah. But either way, it was a good match. It was a really good match between the two.
I honestly think that was probably my match of the night. Or at the very least, like second place to another match that happened a little bit later on. So,
yeah.
You know.
Did I ask good decision?
No. You didn't ask.
You started, didn't you?
Was it a good decision?
See, I don't know.
I like I don't know if I like the finish. I liked how Charlotte did her figure 8, but on one arm.
But I don't like how quick. I swear, Asuka tapped quite quick.
She did.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I thought Asuka would have more fight in her in a position like that.
You're the real streak now, Charlotte.
I thought she'd at least break out of it once. I thought she'd break out of the figure 8 at least once.
First
figure 8 done.
We'll move on now because I don't really want to talk about the streak ending anymore. It was, Jinder Mahal defeated Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev for the WWE United States Championship. Fucking bullshit.
This was bullshit.
Quick question. Good decision?
No, this was the biggest bullshit on the card. No.
Not happy at all.
I was going in thinking Randy Orton was going to retain. I would have been happy if Rusev won. Bobby Roode getting the title back could have been nice, but they had to put it on Jinder Mahal.
To retain all day long.
Orton of all fucking people.
The only good thing I think that comes out of this, Jinder pinned Rusev. So the guy we didn't want to win the most, in the guy that I think pretty much everyone wanted to see win the US title.
Jinder has now become the next Roman Reigns.
Amount of people that
it's Bizarro Land, Michael.
Probably more than when he won the WWE title.
Probably.
I think more people hate him now.
I think we just hate WWE at the moment because as of SmackDown of last night, they're booking Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal at Backlash.
And you know what happened last time?
Great Carly.
No, that was Battleground.
Last time at Backlash.
I don't care.
Last time at Backlash, Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
To become the 50th WWE champion. So he's a
landmark.
Jinder Mahal is a landmark champion in WWE.
I can imagine either Jinder Mahal, Great Carly returning, or that woman from NXT coming back.
Oh, could be Debbie.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And you see Becky run after going, oh, that's Michael.
Twin brothers and sisters.
But was it a good match? Did you think it was a good match?
I don't like the finish. I think Rusev should have gone over.
Rusev
should have won that title.
The whole match didn't really click with me, in honesty. Like, there was some good spots between, like, Randy dropping Rusev onto the table, and then Rusev doing the same thing to Randy. But it just wasn't a good match.
It was okay.
I mean,
it was a bit. If I had to use a word to describe it, it would probably be like meh.
I mean, I'm looking at this right now. It was only an 8-minute match.
8
minutes.
8 minutes for 4 guys. You're not going to get anything out of that.
It just wasn't really a success.
At all.
But next up, my 5-star match of the night. I am going to give it 5 stars. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey defeating Triple H and Stephanie McMahon by submission.
Ronda Rousey killed Stephanie McMahon. There we go.
Good decision. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
It was the obvious decision.
It was obvious decision. I enjoyed this match. I liked the bit of intergender work between the two because they actually... Kurt Angle fucking did the ankle lock on Stephanie. That was fun.
I like how Ronda started beating the shit out of Triple H as well.
I think that was really good.
Ronda. Ronda has literally become one of my new favourites. Like, not been that long. Never
What's
watched UFC in my life.
What's incredible is obviously Ronda's been a fighter, like, and done martial arts and all that sort of stuff, like, pretty much her whole life.
That was a fucking debut match.
But the fact that she's gone from probably starting her pro wrestling training in, like, what, October, November
Probably.
last year?
Probably.
From that, so she's been training to wrestle for 6 months, and she's gone on to have the best match at WrestleMania.
I mean, this is WrestleMania 34, so that's not difficult.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying if you put that match on 33, it would have been the best match of the night.
Oh, definitely.
Wouldn't it? You know?
Oh, definitely. I think Stephanie McMahon really brought out the best in Ronda Rousey. Stephanie McMahon is a 5-star wrestler.
She's the best women's wrestler in the world.
She is the best women's wrestler in the Fed. I do believe this. And I think Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon, they're probably going to feud over the... I think Ronda Rousey could be the fucking female Stone Cold.
Yeah, I feel that's what they're kind of gearing her up to be. They're
Um,
kind of gearing her up to be that anti-authority. She'll kick your ass.
yeah, I'm not going to ask if this was a good match to you guys. I'm going to ask you for a star rating for this one. So I'm going to give it 5 stars, in honesty.
I'm going to
5
give it... I'm going to be that really annoying person. I'm going to give it a 4.75.
That's completely... It was the best show in the match, and I really fucking enjoyed
It
it.
was the best match of the night, but Stephanie got in way too much offense.
I mean, she's been around wrestling for ages, so you'd think she learned
got Ronda in
something.
a rear naked choke. Where the hell did she learn that one?
Stephanie's been in wrestling since, how long?
I mean, she's a former women's champion, but she's blocking arm bars and doing rear naked chokes like she's been like in the UFC for 3 years.
You think she's not trained to wrestle?
Well, no,
I mean, she won the women's championship.
I'm saying she's not trained in like MMA.
I think...
Which is what she's doing in her like blocking of arm bars and using chokes like that.
I think...
Like her rear naked choke she put on Ronda is pretty much identical to the one that Cena uses.
Yeah, but then don't you think she would have trained in a UFC style to counter Ronda?
Well, she might.
There's kayfabe sense to it.
I guess so, but I don't know. I don't think she should. I feel like obviously she's got to get in something, but I feel like it was a bit excessive at times.
Either way, next up, a 5-minute match. Bludgeon Brothers beating the Usos and the New Day to become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Good decision or no?
First off, originally I hated it because I was like, "Oh, is that it?" But then thinking about it, I'm like, "Well, this is perfect. It's exactly what it needs to be because you've got they're trying to put over the Bludgeon Brothers as this like destructive force on SmackDown. Like nobody can touch them. Everyone who gets in their way just gets destroyed, basically. So, you know, winning the tag titles in just under like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it says on the tin. I don't think we would have loved like a longer match.
I think it was a good decision to have Bludgeon Brothers win, in honesty.
I wanted Usos to have a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, well, they got on the main show, and that's basically their WrestleMania moment, so...
Yeah, part of me also feels like the Usos deserve better.
They do.
Like getting a 6-minute match where they just end up dying at the hands of the Bludgeon Brothers. Like, they've been waiting 9 years, and that's what they get.
They could be on the show next year.
It kind of feels a bit.
They could be on Raw.
True.
But I'm hoping in the future that they get a good match on Mania and they tear the house. Like, that's what I'm hoping for them. As long as they get one great Mania match, I'm very happy with the Usos.
Yeah. Next up, my 6-star match of the night. The Undertaker beat John Cena in 2 minutes 45 seconds. Good decision or no?
Oh, it's a 12.5 out of 5. It's just everything you love. I mean, last year I didn't want Taker to come back at all. And when everyone was like, "Oh, he's going to come back and fight Cena," I was like, "I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it."
Hip surgery is...
that gong hit.
Hip surgery is a god.
Everyone just goes nuts when that gong hits. I guarantee every single person watching Mania just went nuts when the gong hit.
The thing is...
the fact that he absolutely killed Cena was brilliant as well.
The thing is, the Undertaker was working a lot more physically and fluid, more flexible than 33 Taker. And I think the hip surgery has really helped him out.
He looked
For
great.
someone who's 52,
Yeah, for someone
he
52.
can run. He can run.
I think he's been hitting DDP yoga up.
Ooh.
I mean, that's
I
what's
really
been.
think
That's what's been keeping Jericho in shape.
Yeah.
I look like 50 or however old he is. I think he's like 47 or something like that. You know, I reckon he's been hitting up Dallas and getting that yoga in.
Probably. I found it quite nice that John Cena only got one move in, and that was the only offense John Cena had in that match.
I love how the only move he got was the setup move for the 5-knuckle shuffle.
It was
And then
literally just...
Taker.
Undertaker just sits up, and you see John just like,
Just, like that. Oh,
what the hell? He's like, the fuck is this? What do I sign up for?
But I really fucking enjoyed it. It was hilarious.
Reaction. It was so funny. It
Um,
was exactly what it needed to be.
yes,
And it was probably my Mania highlight.
definitely. All right, next
Apart
up.
from Rollins being amazing.
All right, next up. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn by submission, meaning that's Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens cannot go back to SmackDown. Good decision or no?
Good decision.
I think I had an idea like for what the match should have been in my head, but the actual thing that turned out was still pretty good. So I was quite happy.
I'm happy that Daniel Bryan got the win on his return, I guess. His first match back after
I
injury.
think he had to win, didn't he?
Yeah, too, yeah. I mean, it would have been massive heel heat, nuclear heat, if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens did beat him.
It'd have been Sting all over again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's nice that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn aren't with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon anymore, because it can end this fucking storyline.
You can go on to something else, like Kevin and Sami splitting up again and then fighting each other again, which is probably about as bad at this rate as the whole thing with Shane. But
I think they might actually be doing that. It was kind of teased.
Lesser of two evils and all that.
But yeah, did you find it a good match?
I thought it was a good match. I don't like how the only bit I wasn't really happy with was the fact that they just like killed Bryan off straight away, and then he does this valiant comeback, and I was like, I just wanted to see Daniel Bryan start this match and just tear it up.
I think they kind of wanted to like.
I didn't want to see like Shane get manhandled for like the better part of like 10 minutes and then just hot tag Bryan, and so he's like.
Well, that made people want to see Bryan even more. That's the thing.
I kind of wanted to see Bryan from the start. Just see him him and Sami or like him and Kevin start tearing it up like the old days.
Well, I think it's nice that they were kind of keeping it like slow and not showing too much of Bryan, seeing his first match back, and they have a lot more plans for him coming up.
Yeah.
Sammy, do you think it was a good match?
He's going to be a main event level star now. So.
I like the match.
You like the match? Fair. I think it wasn't great. Like the stuff between KO and Sami and Shane was kind of a bit of a downer. When Daniel Bryan got back in, picked up the pace, and it really helped. So next up, Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. I loved the Nia Jax attack on Mickie James.
So did I.
Brilliant.
I don't think Mickie needed to be out there. I think Alexa could have handled it on her own. And this is coming from an Alexa Bliss fan myself. But, you know, I don't think Mickie needed to be out there at all. No. I get it, the whole storyline was Alexa saying stuff to Mickie. sort of had to be there, but not during the match. I think, but at the same time, I can see they got Nia to attack Mickey during the match, and then she out of there.
Yeah. I think it was good that Alexa Bliss finally didn't have the title anymore. No offense, Sami, I know you're a big fan.
I know, but I don't want to. As an Alexa fan, I'd love to see her with the title, but I think Nia needed it.
Yeah.
And I love seeing Nia as the champion, and I love seeing her as a...
I think it was just a good end of a fucking bullying storyline, really.
I don't like bullying storylines. I've never liked it ever since the whole Piggy James fiasco. I hate those storylines.
Piggy James, don't remind me.
And
Mickey James, the hypocrite.
It's really cringy, isn't it?
Mickey James comes back to WWE, and then she just starts bullying people for being fat now.
Exactly,
like,
this is what got me. It's a hypocritical move on her character for her to be in a bullying storyline when she also got bullied.
Maybe it's so she can fit in with the cool crowd.
So she can fit with Lexi.
Yeah, of course. Everyone wants a piece of Lexi. Was it a good match?
I mean, I know a lot of people said that Alexa didn't sell some of the moves very well, but the big drop from Nia, apparently she landed on her feet, but
yeah,
she did alright. It was an alright match.
I think it should have been shorter. It was 10 minutes overall. I think it should have been a lot shorter.
I think it should have just been Nia destroying Alexa, and it hurts me to say as an Alexa Bliss fan, but it should have been about 5 minutes of just Nia wrecking.
Definitely.
No, I should have just killed her.
Yeah.
But on with that, let's get into the absurd side of WrestleMania, if you will.
The most hyped up match of the entire...
AJ Styles retains against Shinsuke Nakamura.
No one expected this. I think most people wanted Shinsuke to win. There's a select handful that wanted AJ to win.
Yeah,
but
I wanted Shinsuke to win.
This is where WrestleMania gets weird. It's always the last.
I mean, was it a good decision to have AJ retain?
Yeah. The direction they're going with Shinsuke.
I kind of wanted it to be Nakamura's moment.
Yeah.
In a way, it did become his moment with AJ still winning, so, I feel like it was still alright. Not ideal, but it was good.
Yeah, I think the match, if I have to talk about the match, the decision, I think it's good. It makes a big star out of AJ, kind of still retaining his championship. The match, however, wasn't good. I could see what was happening to it, around about the 15-minute mark. What they were trying to do was they were kind of trying to put on a pure Rezo style, as in they were trying to do the whole slow build, building up and then starts to speed up at the end and then boom and all that stuff. Unfortunately, what happened was it never hit that final. There's 3 stages of it. It never hit the 3rd stage.
I feel like watching it. It was I feel like it was just about to kick into its final gear and ended.
Yeah.
It was you could tell the crowd was really getting in, and as soon as they started getting into it,
boom,
they finished it.
Yeah. And
that sucked for me, because I was like, if you give them just 5 more minutes, that would have been exactly what we were hoping for.
I enjoyed the Nakamura heel turn though.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good decision because he worked as a heel in New Japan very, very well. So I think with that, it should be all good.
My favourite line from heel Shinsuke Nakamura sorry, I didn't speak English.
Sorry, I don't speak English. It's like, oh my god, Shinsuke, you legend.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, he is full on going for this, and I love it.
He has the heel charisma, that's the thing.
It's the faces, it's his faces,
I feel like obviously he's like that, but as well, with his style, I think it suits a heel more. Because when you think of strikers, you think of brawlers and those sort of styles of competitors, which are way better as heels.
Definitely.
If someone's going to come in the ring and beat the shit out of you, they're going to be a heel. Brock,
definitely, yeah.
For a reason. He's a legit fighter.
But
so people that have that ability should be heels because it works with their style better.
Yeah.
But next up, Braun Strowman and Nicholas beat the Bar for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Good decision or no?
Champion of any kind in WWE history.
Good decision or no?
Hilarious.
It was great.
I think it was the best decision they could have done.
I think it was a complete surprise.
It was definitely. It was when
everyone kind of thought, oh, it's going to be someone returning. So,
like,
it's going to be someone
it was like Braun said, "It's one of you," and it's like, wait, what? And it's like, okay, he's going to pick someone out of the crowd, and it's going to be like someone from like another promotion who's joining.
All these wrestlers that are sat in the crowd,
and he picks up a 10-year-old kid.
Nicholas.
I enjoyed the hot tag that Nicholas got, where he just came in, kind of like did some like taunting, and then Braun just tagged himself back in.
He came in, looked terrified, tagged Braun back in.
Incredible psychology by Nicholas there.
It really got in their head.
I enjoyed that
they're thinking, do I really have to beat up this kid?
Yeah, true.
Like the complete shock of it.
I enjoyed the whole entertainment of it. Some people are saying, oh, it ruins the title lineage and all that stuff. It's wrestling. It's supposed to be a bit fun at sometimes. And if Braun Strowman picks out a kid just to prove that he's one of the most tough people on the roster, I think that's fucking fine. I will. I think the whole thing of Raw as well, when Braun was just like, we're gonna have to relinquish titles. Nicholas has scheduling conflicts, so he can't really defend the title.
He's in the 4th grade.
He's in the fucking 4th grade.
He's got school tomorrow. I saw Nicholas's Twitter. Yes, Nicholas has a Twitter. It's just a video of him saying like, "Oh, I've got a day off, so I'm visiting the aquarium." Honestly, I'm not kidding.
Fucking legend! Oh god, fucking legend. So yeah, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was quite funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean, you had, for the most part, like a lot of the bits in Mania were quite serious, and especially with such a serious moment in the Nakamura heel turn, you need something to liven it up again.
Yeah,
and remind you that wrestling is fun. So the fact that Braun brings along a 10-year-old kid and wins the tag titles, like, that's your fun moment. You know, you not saying you have to have just one, but you know. You need them in a good show. You need to have your fun moments. There's a reason why, you know, guys like Fandango and Tyler Breeze are about, especially when Fashion Files was so hot when it first came out. Because you've got a serious wrestling show, but it can't be all that serious. So here's this little funny bit that goes on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Completely like seals you out, and you can have a bit of a laugh and a joke about wrestling.
And finally, if we can just move this on, because I'm noticing our time restraint. Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns to retain the Universal Championship. I know Sami just had to be right back. Good decision or not?
I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about it, because I feel like it's obviously not great because, you know, the manner of the match itself was the manner of the result was just brutal, and
I felt like it was just a tease of.
I don't really like it.
I felt like it was a tease to the audience, like they were saying.
Felt better, and he still got it.
I felt it was a tease to the audience as being like, "Oh, you don't want Roman Reigns to win? What if we put the belt still on Lesnar? Are you sure now? Are you sure?"
You sure you don't want Roman to win?
I felt like it was just kind of like a troll kind of result.
We want Joe to win.
We want someone other than those two to win.
We want a different Samoan Joe.
I was on the podcast before this. I was really excited for this match because I felt, okay, Roman's winning, and finally we're going to be in this clear of it's no longer we know it's going to be Brock versus Roman at Mania. It's just an unknown thing, and there's so many opportunities they can go with. And with this, they fucked themselves in the fucking arse.
Yeah, I don't like it. Unless Roman's taking the belt from him in Saudi Arabia, what that was all about in Mania.
Yeah.
It left a sour taste on what was actually quite a good Mania.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think it was as good as 33, because I think 33 might be like last year's was probably one of my favourite Manias I've ever watched. But you know, obviously it's quite hard to live up to. But with the end, like, and like you see how badly beaten up Roman is. He's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, well, what actually happened when it was live was I kept falling asleep during like the last hour. So I watched Roman's entrance and I watched Brock's entrance. I fell asleep for like the duration of the match. I wake up again thinking, oh no, I've missed it. What's happened? And I hear Brock's music and singing out with the title, and I thought,
oh, that's a bad place to wake up.
I kind of thought, wait, that's not supposed to happen, is it? What's going on here? Is he just mugging us all off? And you see Roman with like this bloodbath, and I was like, oh, it's Randy Orton at SummerSlam a couple of years ago, all over again.
But yeah,
you know how much we hated it last time.
But overall, what was WrestleMania 34 to you? Was it good? Was it bad?
I thought generally it was pretty good, but the ending did leave a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
I didn't like the end, but the start of it was really promising.
I agree. It was kind of a WrestleMania 32 kind of spot. It started off great, hot, some great matches. Questionable booking decisions like Zack Ryder winning the IC title at 32, Charlotte beating the streak at 34. I think altogether they started off really well, but the last few matches and the booking decisions through that, it killed the crowd, killed the vibe, and unfortunately it did leave a sour taste. It started off well, but it's just kind of a failed Mania in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, 33 was going to take a lot to beat.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like if they're going to look at a model for a perfect Mania now, they would look at 33.
I mean, 33 had to compete with 32, so it's quite easy.
They would look at 33. I think the way 33 was done, that's their model for a perfect Mania. It's like, right, how are we going to do Mania well?
Definitely.
Do it like 33. And then the only thing they change is obviously the main event from Mania 33 was Roman Undertaker, which while it wasn't a good match, it had obviously the moment at the end where we thought Undertaker had retired.
Yeah, I mean, side to the storyline at least. But anyway, let's cut it off there for now. We've went over an hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything less. I knew it'd be long.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when we covered the whole of wrestling.
Definitely. But anyway, thank you both for joining me for this podcast. It's been a long time since I've had guests, so quite nice to have you guys on for the ride.
We're not so experts at wrestling, but we're here anyway.
You're my experts at wrestling.
Because we talk about it all the time in 95.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
and
got to plug that one as well.
plug 95 degree, yeah. But yes, to the people at home as well watching this, thank you so much for watching our WrestleMania special podcast. I will be back Thursdays, 8 PM, as always. Tag, do a fucking outro.
See you later, mate.
Brilliant.
Perfect.